Okay, so what we're going to be doing is beating the Pantheon of the Night. So my charm setup is Scrub Song, Soul Catcher, Quick Focus, Unbreakable Strength, and Unbreakable Heart. So, yeah, those are my charm setups. So let's begin doing this. Okay? So, our first boss is going to be the Enraged Guardian. I have low battery, but who cares? And this guy does 2 mask damage, trust me. I'm not going to take any damage, but trust me, he takes off 2 masks. Which is pretty cool, but he's pretty easy. Plus, he's the first boss. Don't die to him, please. No damage. That easy. Now, our next boss is Lost Kin. He's a lost family member. So, I'm going to be fighting him pretty sloppy because I usually try to kill bosses fast for some reason. Even though I know it's about how long I stay alive, but Lost Kid is good for killing fast, honestly. So yeah, blame me only one of me playing sloppy on him. Like that, I should have dashed. Should have down pogoed. Shouldn't have healed. Oh my god! Get a heal. Desolate dive just to be safe. Because when you desolate dive, you're actually invisible once you do it, and it does quite a bit of damage, I'd say. And he is dead. So we can heal most of that back up. Now our next boss is going to be No Eyes. And it's true, she does not have any eyes. That's why she's called No Eyes. You see, look at that. There's no eyes in her. Didn't fall for it that time, No Eyes. He's pretty quick and easy. But when you hit him, he just goes away, usually. Like, look at that. Heal that back up. Now here's kind of a strat you can use to get some damage off the Trader Lord at the very start. Do that, so that way you can do a lot of damage once the fire triggers. Just dive there if you need it, if your shade cloak won't work. Like, I thought that he was going to dash on the floor, so that's why I wanted to save my shade cloak, but it's pretty much just a guess, you know? Okay. So, our next boss is going to be the White Defender. So I just dived there because it does quite a bit of damage, and plus he's next to me. I like just diving on people. I mean, like the bad guys for some reason. It's just fun to do, honestly. I don't know why. Okay. And if you were wondering where to find the White Defender, what you have to do is kill all the Dreamers and then Desolate Dive right under that switch that drains the water. And there's going to be a place you can Desolate Dive, and there's going to be a crack in the floor, and it won't make a sound, but if you see a crack, that means that's the right place to Desolate Dive. And if you keep going to the right, you'll find the King's Idol. You can do that earlier to get that. But once you kill all 3 Dreamers, you can come back and you can fight this guy. And each time you fight him, he'll take off an extra mask. Nothing happens if you beat him all 10 times like Great Prince Zote. So, whatever. That's how you find him if you are curious. Now here's a place to speedrun of getting all this blue health. If you do that, that's pretty much a speedrun tech. Our next boss is Failed Champion. He's called Failed Champion because, you know, you beat him, and yeah, that's failing if you lose something. But, come on, he was still a champion! Okay? A couple of Bish Shrieks for the win. I don't know why I always say that, because they do so much damage! Okay. Another one of those. Can't do another one. Wish I could. And you can hit those back just to do a little extra damage. If you didn't know, you can hit those back. And he's dead. Now you can dream nail him even with his armor on to get some soul. So once he's down, always dream nail him for some soul once he's dead. Of course, once he's dead. Now our next boss is the Markov. Markov? I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah. Okay? Yeah. Like, I'd say that he's pretty tricky. Like, look at all those sticks coming. You can't heal when he does that. The only place you can heal one is when he does this. If you have low masks, don't hit him when he does that. Heal. And then once he has two, those sticks come faster, and he has two, so it's kind of hard to not take damage once you hit him. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, but it gives you 250 essence once you beat him, which is pretty nice. So, there we go. He's dead. Okay. So now our next boss will be the Watcher Knights. My nail is fully upgraded, so of course it won't take much hits. Okay. That's one down, 5 more to go. As you can see, the rest of the fight, I'm pretty much just going to keep Desolate diving like this. I mean, I'm going to keep doing that because I like doing that. Remember what I said about Desolate diving? I'm just going to keep doing that until they die. Come back here, Watcher Knight. You're not done. Just stop swinging your nail and just fight. You're using your health so unwisely, man. Okay. BAM! You're dead! I do crazy stuff once I do the bosses when they're dead. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Now our next boss is going to be the Soul Tyrant. He's pretty easy, but he moves so quick. Now usually it's nice when you get 2 attacks because he's so quick. And if you're lucky, you might get 3 without Quick Slash equipped. With Quick Slash, you can get 4 or 5, which is pretty good. But it's impressive getting 3 without Quick Slash, you know? So, yeah, he's fast, you can, like, get a hit. And once he does that, it's like he's walking like an idiot, dude! Okay. Dashed into him. What an idiot move! Ah! I don't know why, but I always think that's so satisfying once I pull that off. Now you can Abyss Shriek him over there if you're lucky, but you're guaranteed to take damage. But that Abyss Shriek does a lot of damage, so I think it's worth it. So now he's dead. Get that last heal in. Okay, now you know how this Pantheon is called Pantheon of the Night. It's called that for a reason. Like, here's a God Seeker. If you want to talk to him, he's just like, oh, be careful! Pure Vessel's in there! Okay? Yeah, he warns you. So Pure Vessel, you're going to be fighting the Pure Vessel. So, yeah, he's pretty tough. It took me a couple attempts to figure him out. But once I did figure him out really well, I beat the Pantheon of the Night really easy. Like, boom, once he does that, dash past him. Once he does that, you have to Shade Cloak that. Dash through if you need to. And you can do Desolate Dive there, like, most people jump over there, just so that way you can see the spikes are on the bottom. So now he's down. Easy as pie. If you Desolate Dive, he can't sword at you. It's kind of risky, but it's okay, right? You can deal with that. And once he's down, just 2 heals, even with Quick Focus. Yeah, with Quick Focus, you can still just barely get 2. even with that quick focus on. But if you have no quick focus, once he's down, you could actually just barely get one, which is ridiculous when he takes off 2 masks per damage. It's like when he's down, which takes forever, just 1 heal and he takes off 2 masks. And once he does that, you can get 2 heals if you have quick focus, and just 1 if you don't have it on. Like, boom! He's easy as pie, man! Okay. There we go. He is dead. Like, it's so weird once he dies. Like, he just pretty much goes away. Okay. Now that is how you are supposed to beat the Pantheon of the Night. Time, 10 minutes and 18 minutes. No, 10 minutes and 18 seconds! Right? Sorry about that. Okay. Now, that is the end of this video. Okay, so this time we are going to be beating the Pantheon of the Sage with the nail binding. So this is my charm setup, quick slash, so that way we can hit enemies so much faster because our nail won't do much damage, and shaman stone, so that way our spells will do more damage and they'll be more big. Next please, and soul catcher, so that way once we hit enemies, then we'll get more soul. And spell twister, so that way, since we're going to use a lot of spells, we ought to use less soul for each one. And grub songs, that way we can gain the soul when we take damage. So let's go and do it. Pantheon of the Sage, nail binding. Okay, let's begin the games. Let's let the games begin! Okay? So our first boss is going to be the Hive Knight. Yeah, our nail does not do much damage, so please don't blame me if it takes long. It'll take a massive amount of hits. Like once I hit him like that so many times, it always feels so satisfying, even if my nail does this much damage. It's about as much as an old nail. But if you have an old nail for some reason, and then if you put that binding on, then it does like 25 in a hit. Now, as you can see, like I said in the other video, it's usually nice to have that 2 extra health and that quick focus and unbreakable strength, but I think we should use quick slash and shaman stone and the spell twister. And that's why, like, we're not going to use unbreakable strength because our nail is already going to do 5 damage even if we did, so that's wasting 3 notches. So we saved 3. So, and we're not using that unbreakable heart because Pantheon of the Sage doesn't really need 2 extra health because it's not as hard as the Pantheon of the Night, nowhere near as hard as that. So, yeah. And we are not going to use quick focus, and I don't really know reason why we're not doing that. I just didn't really want to because I really wanted to use some other charms. Like, I really hate it when he literally does like I hate it when he does this because then I can't hit him. So I try to get out of it fast, and I usually get hit. And I dash once I know that they're going to hit me because my shade cloak. Like, oh my god, Elder Who, stop doing that! Okay, and I'm like, oh, please let me get a lot of hits. And I'm like, yes, I got him with my fish shriek. Okay. So our next boss is going to be the Collector. That's because he collects stuff, right? That's why it would be called that. So as you can see, we're hitting much faster finally. Just like that. We're hitting so fast. Look at that. We're gamers. And I used a spell to kill the bug and do some more damage to the Collector. And just 1 heal, because that's all we need. So we can't be mad. Do that. Do damage to the bug and the Collector. Because that Shaman Stone sure helps with our spells because they're bigger and they do some extra damage. I think it's like 3 or 2 extra damage, which is kind of good. Yeah. Again, like that was satisfying, getting hit with the collector and the elder, the boulder and the bug. You rather have vengeful flies if you're doing this too, because they only take one hit. Because it's annoying that they take 2 hits of when you're like so used to them taking 1. So you gotta get out of the habit. So once he's down, this time I got 3 because I'm kind of greedy with heals, just so you know. That's why I take risks. I'm a risk taker. Die, bug! Okay, keep hitting him. Like, sometimes he literally stays over here for a long time. Like once I was trying to beat Pantheon with the stage when I wasn't recording all bindings at once. Like, I was like, geez, stop jumping around. You're hurting me. Just go up there and get stuff. That's why you're called the collector. That's what I was really frustrated doing that. But I did the Pantheon of the Master and the Pantheon of the Artist with all the bindings at once. Now, you're going to see me just do that in Desolate Dive. I can do that a lot of times because I have that Spell Twister on. And I'll get hit like 4 times just because like it gives you very little iframes once you get out of your Desolate Dive. So that's the last hit I'm going to take. Okay. And I'm going to get some heals then. And I realized I can heal one more time because I have that much soul. But instead I just showed off and used that Shade Soul because it's called Spell Twister for a reason. We need less soul to use our spells like that. I knew I had enough. And also, we'll use less, of course. Else that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, you can get a hit over there, but it's not. It just does 1 damage, but yeah. But come on, it's still a damage. It's better than 0 damage still. I usually love getting 3 hits there. I couldn't get 3 because he already went down. And once he's down, you can get massive amount of heals. Like, if you're lucky, you can actually get 4. I think with quick focus though, but without it, you can get 3. Because Grim Troop is way slower than Nightmare King Grim. Because he is slower and the Grim Troop has 1,000 health and the Nightmare King Grim has 1,500 health. So that's what's different about the 2 Grims. We just had to do a little compare and contrast there. And wait, what's something that has both? Because I'm like lucky over here because compare and contrast has both things that they have. Wait, what happened to my soul there, bro? That looks kind of weird. Okay. So what's something that they both have? Think about it. Get the lifeblood. Man, I can't really think what they both have. Like I know some stuff, but it wouldn't be that specific. Yeah, let's just pretend compare and contrast doesn't have both. Okay? Let's just say that we're done. And of course that Abyss Shriek is going to come in so handy. I don't know why. Well, I wasn't using it because those other bosses were kind of hard to use it on because they're just like moves, so you have to hit them with it from side, which is pretty hard. Like I kind of like my charm setup over there. But once I do Pantheon of Holiness, yeah, I'm not going to use that charm setup. And for some reason, I'm an idiot over here, and I get over here, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to get hit. I'm such an idiot! Yeah, obvious I was going to get hit. Okay. Feeling a little sloppy now, but I need to kill him quick. Because I must tend to my queen, right? That's what he says when you dream nail him at the start of the fight. I know most people haven't thought of that, but that's a strat. And those Zotlings, any of them take 2 hits, which is pretty annoying. But if you're fighting them in the original way, they take 3 hits. And with the nail binding off with the old nail, I'm pretty sure they take like 5 or 4 hits, which is ridiculous just for one little bug. Just like die already, bro. Like once he's down, since I don't have quick focus, I can just barely get to him. If I'm really unlucky, I will get hit when I try to go for those heals. Like look, like this guy's honestly like so fast. Like once he's not down, you can't really heal at all almost. You can only heal when he does that, or when he shoots out those. But he has to shoot out 2 for it to be safe to heal. Yeah, it's nice that it gives you some iframes once you desolate dive into those bosses, or else you just like take damage immediately. It gives you a couple. It gives you like a second and something, not 2 seconds though, to give you some iframes. Yeah, I was thinking about Dream now. Now I need to fight Umo. And Coral is not here, so what are we going to do, guys? What do you think we're going to do? I don't know. Maybe we should just dodge for a second, and maybe we can think of something. Just kidding. We are going to hit those things. We need to hit them, and then we need to hope that it'll hit that thing. And I guarantee it'll hit you too. That's fine. You can just heal that back up if you have lost. Yeah, and once I was doing this Pantheon with the soul binding, that was pretty tough because, like, I got hit too, and I only got to repair by 1 health. So it wasn't even repairing the shell or even damage of that. Yeah, you can desolate dive her over there, even if it's Hornet 2. Like Hornet 1, you can hit up and still hit her, but this one you can't. But you can desolate dive it. So you can hit her, but you will get her shield up after she's done doing it. Okay. Wait, what? Why is it doing that? I don't know. Man. Yeah, this fight I'm really greedy with the heals. Like, look at this. Once she's down, I go for 3 heals when I should really only go for 2 and then a spell. But no, I like healing because then I won't take damage. I mean, like, I'll die less fast. Because look, 4 damage is gone. I'm like, oh, should I get 2? Nah, let's just get 3 because I'm greedy. She almost jumped into me there. I'm extremely lucky she did. Spell when she does that. Or you can heal her. And she's dead. Full health, all 9 HP. But you can have 11 if you still decide to have that unbreakable heart charm on, but pretty much I think I pretty much like my charm setup. I'd rather not have that because it's way easier than the Pantheon of Night, but I think it's a little longer, but the bosses are easier, I'd say. Yeah, his Great Slash does 2 mask damage, but you may think like, oh, but you do Great Slash damage really good too, so. And the Dash Slash does the same amount, so shouldn't that take off 2 masks? No, actually it doesn't. And of course the Cyclone Slash, you can jump up with it, but it only does 1 damage, of course, because it doesn't do as much damage. It's like, it really is. That's why it's free. I don't know why Great Slash is free, and I don't know why Dash Slash is, and I'm like, oh, heck this. I'm out of battery. I'm like, okay, the other one doesn't work, so I'll just use these. I have 2 Pro Controllers and the other one was out of battery, I just remembered. So instead I'm using the Joy-Cons. And I think I'm doing, like I was surprised I was doing this good because I never actually used the Joy-Cons when I was playing Hollow Knight, and healing feels so weird. You may think like, oh wow, looks like you're still playing with the Pro Controller. But I'm really not. Look, once I do this, I'm going to play so sloppy. I really am. Okay. Now, here. Okay. Now, look at that. I'm taking so much damage, but I want to hit him, so I'm kind of doing that on purpose too. So I can hit him, but now I'm going to start using my spells because I have a lot of soul. So I can hit him like 2 more times with this. Or 3 more if I'm lucky. But instead, it was only 2 because that's all I need. And let's just do a Dream Elf with fans. Why not? And another one for the fans. But not another one because that would be impossible. Now that is beating the Pantheon of the Sage with the nail binding. I hope you were able to beat the Pantheon of the Sage with the nail binding. Yeah, I know that this doesn't really make sense for, yeah. Okay, now that is the end of the video.